Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is MathStats, where I'm just doing some exercises so you guys can understand how to do it yourself when you get to do those problems. Take a moment to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, and that notification bell, as well as let me know where you guys are watching and let me know who you are so I can give you a quick shout out on the next video as well. And check out my other channels which are on the screen. So, without further ado, let's get active. So on this one, guys, what I'm gonna do is, instead of actually solving the equation by completing the square, I'm not gonna solve the equation. I'm just going to complete the square so you guys can understand, because this is the part that I think you guys would need most. Because when it comes to completing squares, we've done so many already. So I'm gonna start it with the onto the part where I complete the square, and then you can do the rest on your own. So right now, let's actually do that part right now. So let's say we have y squared plus 6y. Ooh, plus 5 equal to 0. So how are we gonna complete the square? First thing first, we have to do is we need to remove the 5 on, right? So I'm gonna subtract the 5 on both sides. What that does is I'm gonna be left with y squared plus 6y. And I'm gonna keep a space over here. I'm gonna add a plus. I'm gonna keep a space and I'm gonna say negative 5. Now, here is the fun part, which is what people want to understand. How do I pick a number? Okay, here's what you do. Always treat the equation or the quadratic equation as follows: as a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Because when you do that, what it does is it opens to you the number in between. So you already know a squared is basically equal to 1, because there's a 1 right here before in front of the y. So that's basically a squared right here. So a squared is the coefficient of y. All right? And now 2ab. Well, what is 2ab? We can see that 2ab, so the 2 is already in the formula, so it will be 2 times a is equal to 1, right? So a is equal to 1 times b. So 2 times a is equal to 2 times b. What would b be? Well, what would the letter b equal to, so that 2 times b would equal to 6? Well, it's equal to 3. So that would be 2 times 3. So therefore, you know that b is equal to 3 and a is equal to 1. So that means now the number you're going to add will be what? B squared, which is 3 squared, so that will be 9. And that also going to be 9 on both sides. So technically, you're going to have y squared plus 6y plus 9 equal to 4. And that's how you actually complete the square. Very simple, guys. Very easy. It is not difficult whatsoever. And from that point on, you guys know how to do the rest of the exercise. So, like I said earlier, I'm not gonna do everything. Um, I mean, you know what? Let me just do that part, and then for the rest of them, I'm not gonna do the rest. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna simplify this to y plus 3 square equal to 4, and then we're going to take the square root of that, so that'll be the square root of y plus 3 square equals to the square root of 4, which would be the absolute value of y plus 3 equal to plus or minus 2, where we're going to have y plus 3 equal to 2, or y plus 3 equal to negative 2, where y equals to negative 1 or y equals to negative 5, and that would be your answer. Now let's prove it is right. If I put a negative 1 into the formula, I would have negative 1 squared plus 6 times negative 1 plus 5 equal to 0. And what would that be? That would be 1, not 6 times negative 1 is negative 6, right? 1 minus 6 plus 5. Well, 1 plus 5 equal to 6 minus 6 equal to 0. So 0 equals to 0. So y equals negative 1 is checked. Let's see for y equals negative 5. That'll be negative 5 squared plus 6 times negative 5 plus 5 equal to 0. So you'd have 25 minus 30 plus 5 equal to 0. Well, 25 plus 5 equals to 30 minus 30 equal to 0. Is that right? 0 equals to 0. So that one is also checked. So this is how you actually do the completing the square. So now you can have that as the basis. Well, let's move on to the to another exercise. Let's do t squared minus 4t plus 8 equal to 0. So what should I do now? Well, if you said it, that's right. If you say we're going to subtract 8 on both sides, that's correct. So that would be equal to t squared minus 4t plus, I'm going to put negative 8. So you know what? No, let me just put a minus. That way I don't have to do any, just add the vertical bar into that. So negative 4t. So what is the coefficient of t squared? It's 1, right? So that's going to be a squared plus 2ab up. Let me just do that. A squared, I mean, that's going to be a plus anyways, but minus 2ab plus b squared. So what number do we have? So we have a squared equal to what? What is a? A squared. It's going to equal to 1 because there is nothing in front of the t squared, so it's going to be equal to 1. 2ab, what is a? A is equal to 1. What is b? Well, we need to find out. 2 times a is equal to 2, and we here have 4t. So that means what? What number you would multiply by 2 to get 4? It would be 2. So that means b is equal to 2. So that means 2 times 1 times 2 equal to 4. So that means b squared is going to be equal to 4. So b squared is going to be equal to 4. And I'm going to add 4 on both sides as well. So that means I'm going to have t squared minus 4t plus 4 equals to negative 4. And if you know already, this will give you a complex number. But like I said, I'm not gonna go all the way because my thing was right now is to show you how to get to this part right here. Let's move on to another exercise. Let's see. So now they're asking us to actually solve by factoring, and if you are unable to solve by factoring, then do the completing the square. You know what, guys? Let's try it. Let's try u squared minus u minus 7 equal to 0. Well, how do you do that? And this time, guys, I'm not gonna do everything. I'm just gonna do it, and you can follow as I do it. So that would be, if I were to have u, actually that won't work because the only numbers you can do for 7 is 7 and 1. So that already tells me you cannot use a factoring for that one. So we're gonna do completing the square. So what we're gonna do now? I'm gonna say add 7 on both sides. So I'm gonna have u squared minus u plus equals to 7. And what number should I have here? Well, here the u is only 1. So that means 2. So a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, and 2ab equals to 1. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to divide by 2 on both sides. So that will be equal to half. So that means ab equals to half, right? And we know that a is equal to 1 because u squared doesn't have any coefficient in front of it, so that's going to be equal to 1. Therefore, b must be what? Must be 1, right? So b is equal to 1, so that's going to be equal to u. Oh no, my bad. Wrong number. Not u, it's 1. 1. So this is going to be u squared minus u plus 1 equal to 8 because you also add the 1 on this side. So that's equal to 8. So now, what do we have now? We have u minus 1 squared equal to 8. Oh, I'm lying. No, my bad, guys, I'm lying. B is equal to half. So b squared is equal to a quarter. Oh, yeah. That's a bad mistake right here. And so this is going to be plus a quarter. And that's going to be a quarter. And that's going to be basically half. My bad, guys. I totally messed up right here. That will be u minus half squared equal to 8. Yes, because since AB equals to half, and we know that A is equal to 1, well, if you divide half by 1, it's still going to be half. So B equals to half, so B squared is going to be equal to a quarter. So that would be u squared minus u plus a quarter equal to 8, which is u minus half squared. Let's see if that's right. If we do open that up, that's going to be u minus half times u minus half. So u times u equal to u squared, and u times half is equal to negative half u. Half times negative half times u is equal to negative half u, and negative half times half is equal to a quarter. Well, that will be equal to, oh, I put an equal. So that will be equal to, so that will be equal to u squared. Negative half u minus half is equal to negative 2 over 2 is going to be equal to 1, so that will be equal to negative u, and plus a quarter. So it is true that this is going to be where actually I am stopping, but this is actually going to be the when you complete the square, what it would actually equal to. And you guys can do the rest until you get to the answer, which, like I said earlier, I did the first part, and so you guys can do the other side or the other part. Last example before we leave. Let's say we have r squared equals to 3r minus 1. So what can we do? Can we actually, let's say if we actually try to factor it out, what that would be, I'm going to subtract 3r and add 1 on both sides. So I'm going to have r squared equal, or actually on both sides, so minus 3r plus 1. So I'm going to have, so I'm going to have r squared minus 3r plus 1 equal to 0. And so we already know, in this case, we cannot factor because, the reason why I cannot factor, guys, think about this. The reason why I cannot factor here is because what number are you going to have for 2ab to equal to 3? Well, if b already equals to 1, then 2a is going to be equal to, it wouldn't work. And a already equals to 1, so it wouldn't work. So in this case, we know we're going to have to do the, what we call it again, if you said it right, that's right. So we're going to subtract 1 on both sides. We're going to have r squared minus 3r plus some number equals to negative 1. And so what number am I going to add now? I'm going to add a number. So let's say 2ab equals to 3, right? So if we divide by both sides by 2, so we're going to have ab equals to 3 halves. Well, we know what, ab. Well, we know what a already equals to because a is equal to 1, right? So a is equal to 1. So that means b equals to 3 halves. So b squared is equal to what? 9/4. So that would be equal to 9/4 on both sides. So we would have r squared minus 3r plus 9/4 equals to 5/4. And what would that be now? That would basically be r minus 3 halves squared equal to 5/4. And this is where I'm going to stop, and you guys can do the rest. But before I finish, let's make sure that we did everything properly. So what would that actually be? So r minus 3 halves times r minus 3 halves, is it gonna give us this? Well, r times r will equal to r squared. R times 3 halves is equal to negative 3 halves r. Negative 3 halves times r equal to negative 3 halves r. And negative 3 halves times negative 3 halves equal to positive 9/4. So that would be equal to r squared 3 halves minus negative 3 halves minus negative 3 halves, or negative 3 halves minus 3 halves is equal to negative 3, and r plus 9/4. And so we know for sure that this is correct. So guys, I'm going to stop it right here. Like I said, I could have done a second part, but I'm going to do another part, or a third part, because this is part number 2. And so, actually no, this is part number 1. I'm going to do part number 2 on the solving quadratic equation. And this time we're going to do the quadratic formula. So guys, I thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, as well as check out my other channel as well. This is Mathstats. I hope to see you guys again. Until then, Mathstats out.